Black men get it the worst from us because for some reason society has drilled this image of black men as being basically useless. As black women, I don't think that a lot of us consciously do this, but we do have this lower sense of value that we place onto black men because society makes that very easy for us to do. We'll compare the accomplishments of an average black man to other races of men, see that they seem like they're excelling over that man, and then discredit that man. But the problem is that a lot of black women, they're still attracted to black men, so they want black men in theory. Then when they're around the black man, they are never satisfied with whatever this guy is saying and doing because in their minds it's not Prince Charming enough. That's ridiculous and it's not fair, because if black men judged black women with that same lens, there would be even less women married right now in the black community.
2025, we ain't dating black men. 2025, we ain't dating black men. 2025, we ain't dating black men. So the question is, can a man with no money make a woman happy? You should be impotent. If you ain't got no money as a man, you shouldn't even be able, that thing shouldn't even try to rise up. What the hell can a broke man do for a woman? A man with no money can't do nothing for nobody, including himself.
Thinking about the psychology of things, I really feel like black men are addicted to struggle and poverty. You got to get the bottom of the barrel when it comes to interacting with them. Do you hate men? You really hate men? Yes! Yes!
No motherfucking passport, bro. They're gonna take their ashy, bald-headed asses overseas, and a foreign woman is gonna run their pockets dry and send they ugly asses back to their 5x5 shoebox ass motherfucking apartment.
There's plenty of y'all out here. Finding y'all are not the is not the problem. The problem is that y'all are not worth keeping.
And this is why I be saying what I be saying on both my pages, because a lot of black men are walking around this bitch so depressed about what women are saying about and I don't know why this is a hard concept for some of y'all black ass to grasp. There are black women out here that fucking hate y'all, and they doing this shit for purpose. I wouldn't give a if you are 30, 40, or hell, even in your 50s, and you are starting over trying to become a better man. That's enough, because y'all are living in a world that was specifically designed for you to fail. It was not even designed for black people in general to fail. It was designed for the black man to fail. So the fact that your black ass is even trying to attempt to become a better you, or expand your mind, or discover who you really are, that's enough. Y'all let women who hate y'all destroy y'all mental.
Shema Yashrala Yahawah Allah Hayanawa Yahawah Achad Barak Yahawah Barak Yahawashai Barak Yahawah Barak Yahawashai Barak Yahawah Barak Yahawashai Bahasham Yahawah Kodash. And we want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel, as well as peace and blessings, health and wellness. The elect. I'm the high spirit winning lawyer, and today I want to go into a topic. All right, we want to go into a topic, and when I say we, let me get the Malaki on the camera. Beloved brother, beloved brother Elder Kazaki Allah. Also, we have. I'm just here with them, just here with them in the spirit. But today we're going into a live stream, as you can see on the title, time of judgment, and also looking forward to the kingdom, because something has shifted in the earth and the planet to where the Most High is really dispensing the spirit of vengeance upon people, particularly Eve. But every day you're getting all types of news apps, breaks, different, just breaking news, and it's something crazy like a woman left her 5 kids in the oven or some shit. You know what I mean? A woman killed her kids and they were inside of her house for 2 weeks without anybody knowing. A lot of it has to do with something that a woman did or something happening to a woman. I really believe, based off the series of events bestowed upon Eve recently, echoing another brother, elder brother, the Most High has a spirit of vengeance on Eve, man. Eve has done a lot that was conducive to the overthrow of our nation in this captivity. All right, from the welfare system, ultimately feminism, her mindset towards us, child support court, just the things she says towards the so-called black man, the deceitfulness, the wickedness. The Most High saw it. He saw everything. The back door, a lot of Eve is on that back door infidelity tip. So and Eve gets a thrill because she feels that she got away. But that's called adultery. And the Most High in the spirit world, he sees everything. So as you've been witnessing from Jackson, Mississippi, all right, throughout the United States, all right, there's been a spirit of vengeance upon Eve. She getting found dead in a hotel. Her boyfriend got out of jail and unalive her. Another Eve found dead in a hotel. But also just Jake's too. Like Jake getting shot up. Jake getting put to death down there in Dominican Republic. You had a club roof that collapsed, unaliving 218 people. 218 bodies have been uncovered, man.
Hey, the crazy thing about that, female I know in DR, 2 of her friends was involved in that.
Really?
Yeah, you know,
Did they make it?
in the spiritual realm.
Damn.
Wow. Wow.
And that must have been a pretty popular club for it to house 218 people, or for 218 people to be unalive, man. But something has shifted in the planet. Something has shifted in the planet, man, to where it's chaotic. And it just so happened that Elder Pastor Hart was like, look, don't go out. You know what I mean? Don't be out here like that. Because I see in full now that there's a spirit of vengeance in this planet. So at any given moment, some bridge can collapse and 50 people, 100 people just die in a fucking bridge collapse. It could be some mass shooting at some big festival, some big event. 150 people get hit. You know? And what I also noticed, these dark spirited anonymous, these dark spirit ominous niggas that Eve loves so much, they're like sleeper cells to Eve. Every time Jake unalive Eve, it dark shot, it's some dark spirited looking nigga.
Yeah, he looks dead inside. Like you look in his eyes. Ain't nobody there.
Yeah, and it's a lot of niggas in Jackson, Mississippi that got that dead ass look, man.
Precept for you.
Go ahead, bro.
It's Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
That make a point.
Yep.
Eve has had her little season.
Yep.
You know, you did the spirit. You know, you was on you captured quite speaking about how Eve is all on social media. These young pretty chicks somehow they outside.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like wilding out. So Eve has had that little time to pretty much do what they want to do. They're in their kingdom. They're joint heirs with Esau, Edom. But now they're being judged. And we can't feel bad. Because look at the behavior, man. You speaking about them three. Somebody like said about 3 of them. When the chicks in Chicago.
2
of them, it's a lot. Yep. You know what I'm saying? But the way those chicks did the Iscarite woman, young Iscarite chick. See, that's why judgment got to go forth, man.
But you know what? I've seen the way the nigga woman talks to Issachar at these Mexican restaurants, so-called Mexicans. It's condescending. You think they're your servant, and your ass jealous of her because Northern Kingdom got their hair.
That's what it is.
You condescend like she's your actual servant because you know how we would look at her. But also, Northern Kingdom still got their hair, man.
A lot of them still got their femininity.
They got that femininity, man, because you wide back bitches, man. I mean, it's like sincerely and genuinely, man. Y'all wide back, bad built. Big Shirley, then y'all got that low pH level. Y'all aura all fucked up like nobody want to be around you, man. And then y'all get with the sorriest niggas just so you could be superior. Y'all really tapped into that matriarch. Like the guy, Mad Bus Driver said, he made Eve the queen of the landfill. Talking about the ghettos. The queen, it don't matter. So you see what these inner cities produce in America, right? You see what these inner cities produce in America, but it don't matter because as long as she's the queen of it, it don't matter since she's the queen of a shithill. She's the queen of a dunghill, man.
As long as she got some type of power.
As long as she got some type of power. So it don't matter if she got with a sorry nigga. As long as that make her superior, it don't fucking matter.
Right. Hey, regarding those 2 Chicago Eves and they're attacking the Issachar waitress. Large group of Eves together, they withdraw to go into them, The aura, that vibe. They don't like to pay, they don't like to tip.
Yeah.
They like to be confrontational, argumentative.
And like you said, very demanding and condescending.
So a lot of people don't want to deal with them, even their own, so-called people, man. So what type of vibration Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi show that Eve is the main problem besides Esau Edom?
Yeah.
There's going to be a time of judgment upon, the people of our nation, man, and in particular Eve, but the brothers, with the spirit of Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi has brothers in the spirit of being kingdom minded. That's why, we're looking past Eve,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That because you know the Lord pretty much, like you said, we're in the middle of a shift.
Yep.
Judgment is here and more judgment's coming, but what's to follow after this,
Because within the kingdom, you have little sub-kingdoms. So you have a king, and he's saying, we finna take over the world, we're gonna take over everything, I'm gonna establish my kingdom. But if you make this covenant with me, this agreement, you can have a sub-kingdom within my kingdom. So Eve has a sub-kingdom in the United States, in America. But the thing about it, when Esau loses his kingdom, the sub-kingdom Eve. So now that this man is in a time of war, then you no longer have a sub-kingdom or a kingdom. The ghettos, those are sub-kingdom, man.
And that's the thing too, like because of the trade wars going on, and everything that's getting ready to happen, Eve is gonna be mainly affected.
And Trump, well, let me get this. Hey, the brother said, Eve, they love simps, con. We got brothers and sisters on the channel, but Trump, man, when we get ready to go to war for real, you think Trump gonna be giving out money for food stamps? See, Eve's queendom is only a byproduct of someone else's system. She doesn't actually have a real empire, a real power structure. So she doesn't have a power structure built off agriculture. She doesn't have a power structure built off manufacturing. You only get subsidies or subsidies from the government, man.
Meaning that she's independent.
Yeah. So she's only dependent on this man. So when this man system shuts off, she has no survival.
First world privileges.
It's first world privileges, man. And a lot of Eve, they complain about Africa. They're like, we thought Africa was gonna be the motherland and all this, but I think what it really was, what you're really upset about, you found out that you had some privileges in America that you didn't have in other countries. Cause a lot of countries don't put up with that nigga woman shit, man.
Yeah, she would have got burned. Eve would get lynched. There's particular judgments would happen to them. Or they would get simply locked up because you can't get away with it over there in those eastern countries.
Come, bro.
Not independent, but dependent.
She's dependent. She's dependent of another man's system, man.
She like propagate that she is independent.
And you're not, bitch can't fish.
Right.
You can't cook. You can't, like that. You only have a real so-called community if you can survive off the grid.
Right.
If your system can't allow your people to function off the grid, you have no fucking kingdom. Like the Amish, certain Gadites environments. That's why my spirit is always honored, and I feel not honored. My spirit always admires our royal laws.
Okay.
It's set up for you to live off the earth.
That's right.
Eve ain't got no system to where she can live off the earth.
And then, but it's the spirit. It's showing you Eve don't have a snowball chance in hell because even particular Amish and Gad, well, it's to the point they got.
Yeah.
But they're more self-sufficient than Eve.
Because they got solar power and all that. But it's like, it's right, because Esau wants to enslave everybody with their charagma. But now, I ain't gonna lie, bro. My spirit has been in conflict with certain run-ins I had with Eve. The past few years, like, these women, they really come at you with a demonic, warlike energy. Yeah. And I was like, man, I see at the same time I got this in my spirit, the Most High is dispensing the spirit of vengeance on these women, man.
It's like the Lord showing us like a full view of Micah 7, like she is my enemy.
Yeah.
Like you can actually see it nowadays.
Yeah.
Like that tension between Jake and Eve, man, is more and more daily.
And that child support system was an example of she being your enemy. And what Eve has done, I'm taking this from the Jake mad bus driver. She really substituted a nuclear family for free mediocre living, roughly paraphrasing. But like she really sacrificed and betrayed us for a nuclear family, and she swapped that nuclear family out for free housing, welfare, food stamps. But now your seed has to grow up in a toxic, dangerous environment that she can live in for free.
And that's selfish behavior.
Straight up.
Because you're not overall thinking about, okay, my children's, as a nuclear family, a family structure. You just think about your own gain at the end of the day. That's selfish behavior, you know.
And you look at women like Elam and Moab, they don't have that spirit,
Yeah,
bro.
they sacrifice for their families.
Yeah, and they're nourishers.
Yeah.
See, Eve can't even nourish. You ever dealt with a woman that had little ones? What is she feeding them little ones? Is she feeding them peaches and apples? Does she make sure they stop eating at a certain time? Nah, she feeding them hot dogs, a lot of these fast food. What is it, bro?
Mickey D's, you know.
Mickey D's, little convenient shit, man. And you know what else I noticed too, just speaking this off the spirit, a lot of times it's more expensive for two people to be working than for one person to be working. And the reason why I said it is because it takes money to have two cars. It takes money to put gas in two cars. It takes money to go out and eat when you at work or leaving work. It takes money to pay 2 car notes and 2 insurance. So sometimes, and look, I'm not saying this so a brother can just jump and do it without discretion and research, but it wouldn't hurt to look up home economics, in-house, like economizing your home to where you really turn your woman to an employee. Because if your woman can live within your means, or she can get a part-time job to where really I got 1 car, all right, y'all taking food and meal prepping, and you taking staples and making several meals out of staples, then it can actually be more effective if one person is doing most of the work, but the other person is really, she turned the home into the office. You see? Yeah. She turned the home into the office. Y'all got a food pantry. Y'all got food for the month, and y'all taking rice and beans, and you making several meals off that. You taking flour, and you making several meals off that. And that's what I noticed with Elam. When Elam goes to these stores, bro, they buy a big bag of fucking flour. This 50-pound bag of flour. But you know how long it'll last the whole family? This big bag of rice. You know how many recipes you can make with this, man? A real nourisher, she takes the resource and makes something from it. A real Israelite woman, I don't mean black woman, Israelite woman can take the resources and make a product. She can take fabric and make clothes. Yep. Go ahead, bro.
Too, like in terms of food, basically, a woman that's immersed in her purpose, she'll pretty much make the house a restaurant.
Yeah.
You know? Like you said, you know, she has the ability to make more out of less.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes with, to what you already have.
Yep.
You know? But it goes back to our culture, you know?
And that's what a woman is not her body. A woman is really her role. She is not her body. You are your role. When you become useless, then all you have is your body.
So desire her not for pleasure.
Desire her not for pleasure. The water, bro. Let this truck pass. Like, same thing with a man. A man is not his height. You are not your archetype. You're not your wide size, or your height, or your hairstyle, or how much money you make. Really, your worth in regards to a nation is your skill. So a man, you're supposed to know how to farm. A brother might be a fisherman. Hey, when Yahawashi got those disciples, what were they doing? They were working. So you had fishermen, you had farmers. Luke was a physician. So you had a skill. Now what happened is, you got a woman, for the time she's 4, she knows how to nourish. She knows how to bake. She knows how to cook from the time she's 4. So by the time you marry her off, you really sold an employee. Now, same thing with a man. By the time he marries a wife, he's an established tradesman or established skillsman. This is the foundation of a nation. You marry in 2 roles. You marry in a provider and a nurturer. And
court costs.
Yep.
You know, pretty much the state benefits off of that, man. The state benefits off of that, man.
They do, bro. Because really, even if you and a woman were not, you could cash out her money every week. You can say, look, I'm gonna send you $60 a week.
But she do the child support because she want to stick it to you, bro.
Yep.
Like show, like, you know.
Yeah, she want to
try to flex.
Yeah, try to emasculate you, man. Go ahead, bro.
It's Proverbs 28 and 22 in the GNT. It says, selfish people are in such a hurry to get rich that they do not know when poverty is about to strike.
Wow. That's it.
Cause you look at that Glorilla, that rapper Glorilla, and look at them bitches she align herself with. They just some naked, musty, bad built bitches, but they all feel like they're little queens, man.
Yeah, they dusty as hell, man.
Yeah. Yeah, the brother said same buffer in the video. He is, bro. It's a heavy spirit out, bro. But just Baba Shah, just bear with the. Yeah, we see Esau the manufacturing facility. He has a breeding farm. The manufacturing facility is the hood. The breeding farm is the ghettos. And what it is, Eve opened up her legs and give birth to criminals.
YNs.
Yeah, because if Esau knows the formula that creates YNs with the single parent household and other things, why would he keep reproducing that? Yeah. Why would he keep producing it? Because just like on a breeding farm where he manufactures slaves to produce cotton pickers or workers, he's manufacturing niggas to produce criminals.
Yeah, so they can go to prison.
They'll go to prison, and ultimately, and that's the hustle he's been running for the past 50, 60 years, is a breeding farm for prisoners for the prison industrial complex. But also, he could hunt your kids too. He could, because that's a YN is an animal. So he could hunt them. So, and I believe we're coming into the time of martial law, and he's creating propaganda with these YNs. And it's gonna be how they did with the Black Panthers. Yeah. They kept taking pictures of Black Panthers with rifles or guns, so they could tell America, see, this is a problem. Yeah. This is why we should take away gun rights. So with these YNs, there's gonna have to be a solution to the crime in these inner cities, and the solution is gonna be martial law.
Yeah, it's like they promoted these YNs to be like the next domestic terrorists.
Yep, yep.
You know, that's heavy. You said that because even on social media, you see like this number of videos being your recommendations, like Jake getting arrested or arguing with the police. You know,
yeah.
But these YNs getting judged. You know, ultimately.
Yep, and it's a beautiful thing, man. Every time a Jake get unalive, it's a beautiful thing. Every time Eve, hey, man. Because one thing like these rappers, just Mo 3 and all these niggas, it's a beautiful thing because for one point in time, they had a sense of hubris. Like you really thought these niggas was untouchable.
But they just show the spirit of the Heavenly Father, like, you know, the people of the earth don't get it. The Heavenly Father showing you he's not okay with this culture, man. The black culture.
Yeah.
Why is the Heavenly Father killing all these rappers?
Because every time he kills a rapper, it kills morale of street culture. You know, it's dead. We keep seeing that in, man. And every time you hear about these bitches, a lot of females thought, bro, when women get found dead, women up.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of females thought that they really were invisible in this society. Like, yeah, like you're not gonna hurt a woman.
Yeah. Like I was saying earlier, like you watch those viral crime videos of those different couples, and more it'd be like Jake couples. You know, they portray like they live in this so-called fabulous type of lifestyle, like just ultimate, you know, relationship. But behind closed doors, like they're going through it.
Yeah.
And most like 9 out of 10 times you're seeing Eve getting judged. And on the comment boards, you see nothing but Eve commenting, saying, I just want to stay single.
Yeah,
you know?
They really act like the man is the problem. The so-called black man is the problem. Yep. No, you're the problem, and now Jake is reacting to you. You're the counselor.
Yeah.
Because here's another good point too. It's only so-called black women who going online and complaining about so-called black men. But the women from other nations, they
welcome me.
Yeah.
You know?
So
he doesn't know why he's being judged.
Yeah,
and no accountability.
Because you really think you're gonna take this girl trip, this cruise. They got some kind of cruise bay, and that's something that a lot of people didn't know about. You take a cruise, you might have a sneaky link a cruise bay. Guy you just met on the cruise. Hey, and then you go back to your husband, man. You got all this demonic shit going on. Now you got to hit that sisterhood, man. And it is not a man. Husband is just part of their little package, man. Yeah, he's the beta male, man.
Just mention that just to show you how he's against, you know, the so-called girls' night out. Just get to the point. Ecclesiasticus 25 and 25. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad.
And what you realize is because they could gad physically or virtually through social media.
Yeah.
Troop.
Yeah, I was just like,
You know what I'm saying? But,
Yeah.
but also like you even though it's like Eve, they be in these little packs like
yeah,
wolves.
like
Yeah.
hyenas.
Yeah. So they like little hunters, man.
Yeah.
And a lot of them bitches, they always talking about confrontations. Them little YHs, watch out for this car. Them little YHs, because you got young niggas and you got young hoes.
Right.
They confrontational like ready to fight other females. The female, man. Yep.
Like, that's the generation we in. Like, you fight us, man.
Yep.
And that's why you heard.
That's what I want to do. Y'all want to go in the house? Alright. What's that, bro? I think y'all's making a point. Yeah, let's hit the strip then and come back, yeah. Y'all, what's you, man?
Yeah.
I've been meditating on that, man. Get some
Valid thing. You know,
Yeah.
Valid thing. You know,
Yeah.
Scene,
Yeah, but
that way you don't gotta put your hands on.
Yeah. Or you ain't got a shooter or nothing like that. I don't know, brothers. Strap, but some pepper spray, man. You know, some mace and get the fuck out there, man. Cause
It's like wild animals.
Yeah, I just it was due to wild animals, man.
I seen this, like, you had Jake, right? Let's say he worked for Xfinity. He put a ladder on the second floor of the apartment to go and sit Xfinity. He put a ladder on the second floor of the apartment to go install this cable. This big bitch, man, this black bear bitch, man. She came out, she said, I don't want you standing in front of my window. I don't want you working in front. She's like, get the fuck away from my window. You know what that big bitch did? No, she maced him while he was on the ladder.
Oh, brother.
And the spirit had it to where he didn't fall off the ladder, he just climbed down. She maced him like he was an animal. And a lot of you black, I'm in my El Paso spirit, man. You black bitches, man. A lot of you treat Jake like a fucking stray dog. You think Jake is a fucking stray dog, man?
And he working on her shit.
Yep, and he was working on her shit or just in her area. Cause I don't want you being able to see through my window. Like, bitch, close the curtain.
Right.
But you know what that bitch did? She was talking to him like he was shit. But you know what she did? She maced him, man. I be meditating on that, like, man, I wish somebody pipe her head clean off, man.
See, that's mine.
And you meditated upon it in the spirit. So think about like these worldly jakes is not governed by the spirit of Yahawah Bahashaam Yahawashi. Like that's going into them internally.
Yeah, they actually act off them instincts.
Yeah, and it's pretty much like a breeding ground too.
Yeah.
Or these to be like killers. You know, because like at the end of the day, hey Jake, they taking all their L's right now.
Yeah.
And that type of just disrespect and negativity is just building up more and more for that day of trouble, which is the time of Jacob's trouble. You know, so Eve, the Lord got like a spiritual scopeo upon you.
Yeah,
bro. This get rich or die trying type of degenerate culture.
Yeah.
You know, this type of behavior. So the Lord, He's really setting you up for the okie doke.
Yeah, because Eve got away with all this behavior for the longest.
Yeah. And what you don't really internalize, like when Eve was, the serpent told you within Genesis, what, the third chapter?
Third chapter,
Yeah, how, you know, that you should not surely die. He didn't tell you that your so-called kingdom is going to be short-lived.
That's right.
You know, so what you're doing, you have made a covenant with death. And that type of agreement or that covenant is about to be disannulled. And we're in that time.
Right. Yeah,
you're about to see heavy judgment come upon you all.
And we're in the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Your little 60-year queendom, that shit over with. Your little, where you had all these different streams of income, you got your free housing, your welfare, what else? You got your income taxes, bitches.
They get alimony.
Yeah, alimony. Hey, cause all these bitches they divorcing their celebrity husbands.
Man.
Is that a dog up there?
Make that U.
Yeah, let's make that U-turn, bro.
Okay.
Oh shit. Nah, fuck that. I ain't scared. I ain't running, bro. Just look around for a stick though. Hey, on spirits, the most high controlling dogs, man. And I beat the shit out of a dog. I'm on camera, bro. Like, I gotta be hard right now. I beat the shit out of a that's the dogs back there. I ain't scared I can.
Yeah, we about to go viral reference.
Yeah, we finna go viral. We got beers on our face. Yeah. Oh, we standing on top of the car. Oh shit. Hey, we still going live.
Talking all that noise.
All that noise. Somebody will do this and do that. Jake quick to get on top of the car.
Oh yeah.
Jake quick to get on top of that car. They see a dog, man. Got a pistol on his he got a pistol on, got dreadlocks and shit. He don't give a damn. He on top of that car, man.
Hard as hell to that dog.
Hard as hell. You hard as hell to that dog car. Drop Jake off in the pool. He ain't no thug no more, man. Right. A pool and dogs, man. But nah, we titled, that's gonna be the king. We looking forward to the kingdom. But the spirit really had it on us to get tapped into Eve, man. The nigga kingdom. Eve and white ends, man.
But then, like, we can't get to the kingdom of heaven itself.
And to that,
except judgment go forth on our people, man. And like that cleansing.
That 2/3, man. Because the 1/3 gonna get brought through the fire, but the 2/3 gonna get caught up in that fire, man.
Right. This is Ecclesiasticus 10:8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Yeah, man.
That shift,
So we know, even though we know it, it's still gonna be gruesome. Yeah. But the Most High harden our hearts, bro. We know that bodies are about to hit the floor.
It's necessary.
Yeah. And that's why it's time. The Most High giving us grace, cut ties with our family, and kind of like disconnect mentally. For the sake of say something.
Nah, just to land back the captain, the Zaquan. Basically, the Heavenly Father sees the big picture.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying, like, so for us not to get caught up in these situations where we get emotional when judgment goes forth on our people, it's necessary for the bringing of our kingdom.
Yeah.
Because Jay's so far behind, man. Even we speak about it every once in a while. When you get around particular Jay, it could be, family members, or certain people you didn't grew up around, spirit habits where you bump into them again. Maybe I went to school together. It's like traveling back in time.
Yeah.
And they still on the same shit. Even let's say you move away from a particular area, but then spirit habit to where years later you go back there to officiate some business or something.
Yeah.
They the same.
Yeah.
They in the same spirit. So
like,
only the Heavenly Father can change that, man.
They still talking about Keisha. Yeah, Keisha got 2 kids. He talking about the shit from 15 years ago.
Yep.
And it's like he pulling you back into it. Like, I don't even care about this shit no more.
That's right.
But hey, with that, we're gonna bring this live stream to a closing. Salak for the buffering. We hope you brothers and sisters are edified. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi Bahashem Yahawashi. Double honors to our elder apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Abba Baal. Come ya Shalom. Shalom.